Welcome back to Rebuild Rescue. So on today's episode, I'm going to be pulling the ailerons off these old 401 wings and getting them on the new ones. We're also going to have Erick from AOPA out here with the brand new Cessna 170 giveaway airplane. And meanwhile, Joe's going to be over here
working on the 160, trying to get it reassembled. And don't we have something to do with the Austin?
We do. And we also have to head over to Manheim, over to Mr. Dent, because we got a ton of work to get done on the Austin Healey giveaway car. Let's get at it. All right, so let me see this thing. I was a little worried about the condition of this because if you guys look here, I know this is going to surprise everybody, but it's full of bird stuff. In that little inch hole, they filled it with bird stuff. So I wasn't 100% sure what this would look like, but we're definitely going to have to clean this up first.
Can you give it a little shake, see what falls out?
So we'll get this cleaned out. We'll get this thing stripped. Hopefully it's in okay condition. All right, so we got both of these ailerons off the 401 wings. Now we got to get, like, this control rod has to come off. This mounting point that literally is just, this nut is totally corroded on here. We got to get that off. Plus we got to get inside the wing, and I got to get all that bird crap out of here and make sure there's no corrosion. Hopefully there's no corrosion in there, because you guys know if there's corrosion in there, we're dead in the water. Nice. I think it's still salvageable yet. All right, so we know the other one of these had a ton of bird crap in. How's this one look? Yeah, this one looks. Yeah, so this one would be good to go. Obviously, we'll just have to strip this one. This one here, we need to get all that bird stuff out of before we strip it. Wish I had one of them wire grabbers. Here it is. Do you have one? Let's see if we can't get some of this stuff out of here. This is going to be a while.
Do you think it's better to take it outside and just blow as much air through it as possible?
Maybe. Oh, I need these honors.
Okay. Do we want to aim it into the can?
No, I think I can aim it right there.
Okay.
All right, where's my mask?
I have hepatitis A, B, C, and D.
I have a mask on and I feel like I'm infected. Sweet. So there was just a little bit more bird crap in there than we thought. I think it's all cleaned out and we can go ahead, clean this table off Getting ready to strip. So Erick's just about ready to arrive. I saw him on FlightAware, so let's get out here and check out that new 170 completely refurbished giveaway airplane. So excited. So I'll tell you what, that was Erick from AOPA in the AOPA giveaway airplane, and we have a ton of wind here today. Like, I don't want to tell him because it might go to his head, but that was an awesome landing, especially in a tail wheel. How was that landing? It was a little sporty.
That was sporty. I was
know
on
what,
one
though?
wheel for a while.
I was like really impressed because like if you look, the windsock was like not only straight out, it was flapping straight out. So that was a good landing.
Yeah, thanks.
really
It
good.
said 18 knots on the display
gosh.
here.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Well, let me get out. You guys take a look.
So it looks like we have an Aspen in it. We got was the 650?
Yep.
Nice.
Garmin and PS Engineering, a little bit of everything.
Oh, and then you have a 275 up there too for your redundant, so you can get rid of the vacuum.
Exactly.
Looking at this airplane, you never guess that it's 70 years old. All the folks who worked on it did an absolutely amazing job. Soon after Erick arrived, Dr. Sean, who's been working on rescuing Joe's smile, stopped in to check out the rescue hangar and the 401 Phoenix. Little did he know, we had a surprise for him. You said about flying an airplane, so we're gonna fly in this today.
Yeah, right.
No, seriously, you just fold the wings out and you put these little pins in, and you fly it.
Yeah, experimental. That's a no.
Well, I mean, no.
It specifically says experimental.
Well, I mean, it's an experiment.
You had me
but
sold except
for
see, I read the side. I know how to read. So,
do get a surprise for you though. I'm glad that he came armed somehow with a headset.
Yeah.
Where's my headset? I think.
It's in my plane.
Did you have an airplane out here?
I do.
Let's go check that out. So it just so happens that you're here at the perfect day because Erick from the AOPA brought the sweepstakes plane. So this is an airplane that the AOPA is giving away. So this is a completely restored, it's close to a stall airplane, right? I mean, a 170,
Yeah.
high horsepower.
Short takeoff and landing.
Oh yeah.
195 horsepower, constant speed propeller. 1953 resto mod, basically.
Yeah, so this thing was all completely redone. It's really cool. We'll go for a ride.
let's do it.
Let's go fly it. All right. For the viewers, like, how do they win this? Well, I'm sorry, wait, how do I win this?
How do you win
Yeah,
this?
how do I win this?
Well, so anybody can enter. There's no purchase necessary to enter. Visit aopa.org/sweeps. That's where you can get all the rules, all the information, all the frequently asked
You
questions.
almost sound like you've said this before, like you've done like
I have
TV
explained
voice
it
sweepstakes.
quite a few times. If I
Yeah.
had $1 every time I said it, I would be retired by now.
Yeah, so to those of you who don't know, so AOPA has been around since the dawn of man,
1939.
and they've been giving away airplanes every 18 months forever, and some of the coolest airplanes that I've seen. I technically don't think I can win it, but we would love to see one of you guys win it.
Yeah, so aopa.org/sweeps for the full rules, methods of entry, and all the requirements. And
Awesome.
everything
And
else.
we have a link down below in the description. Check it out. AOPA is awesome. They support aviation. They support us pilots, mechanics, airports, everybody. They're down in DC, like chewing on their ears down there, making sure
Yes.
that we have a voice. They're really, really important for aviation. Let's go flying.
Let's do it.
You ready? We have Dr. Sean with us. If you guys haven't seen the episodes yet, Sean is helping out Joe with his dental stuff. It's been quite the adventure, and Joe probably doesn't know, but tomorrow we're taking Joe over to Dr. Sean to get his final install. Can we call that an install?
Sure.
One of the things you guys didn't know is Dr. Sean is a pilot, and he was stopping up, check some other stuff out here at the hangar, And it just so happened that Eric was coming by with this Cessna 170, the AOP giveaway, airplane, and well, of course we got to go flying. We're going to head over to, was it Boblets? So we're going to go over there. We're going to land, swap seats so Sean can do a little bit of flying on the way back with Eric here. And just check this thing out. I mean, it looks brand new.
Whoop whoop, makes it fun.
Good job.
Sean, if you want to fly some, you can go ahead and take it.
Controls.
Air controls.
This thing's awesome. It really stinks. Why can't I win these things? Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate it.
Good to
It's
meet you.
so
Good to meet you,
awesome.
man. Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
putting your life into my hands.
That was awesome. Yeah, you did great, man.
We had a lot of
Yeah.
fun. It was a lot of fun. This airplane's awesome. So, guys, look, if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check out AOPA. What's the link?
AOPA.org/sweeps.
Right, the AOPA.org/sweeps. You guys can enter to win this, and if you're already part of AOPA, you already know you have a chance. So, really cool. Love it. Love what you guys do. Appreciate you coming over today and flying with us.
My pleasure.
Awesome. Well, let's get some food. I'm hungry.
We ate it all.
All right, so we're heading to lunch. We're going to go grab some Indian food, and then the crew and I are going to head over to Mannheim, and we're going to check out the Austin. We're going to get some of that work done on it. We can't wait to give it away, so it's got to get done. So we got a ton of parts for this awesome project, and we're gonna dig in. Hopefully we can get all these on. So I do have to admit, I went a little crazy when I was ordering parts, and I might have ordered a little more than what we need, but I feel like we're gonna have all the parts we need. We got some brakes to put on. I got master cylinder rebuild kits. I have seals. We got new seat belts, hoses, latches, handles, snaps, and we got a brand new top. Now, we went a little bit further than what we were going to because this is a free giveaway car. Someone is going to drive this away absolutely free just for being part of Rebuild Rescue, just for liking and subscribing, and for saying, I want the Austin. Check out Gentry & Sons Trucking. They hauled this thing all the way down to Tennessee, and we sent it over to 23rd Garage. They got the bodywork done of this thing, and now we're gonna finish it up so we can give it away to you guys. So if you remember from the last video on the Austin, I went flying down the road out here and didn't have very good brakes, or well, any brakes at all. We went ahead and we bought brand new calipers for the front, brand new hoses, and brand new washers and pads and like all this stuff we need. So today we're gonna first start on getting those calipers put on the front end of the Austin. Also got a master cylinder and a clutch master cylinder rebuild kit. This is sway bar mounts. Okay, this isn't the rebuild kit, but somewhere in here, right here is a rebuild kit for the master cylinder, for the clutch and the brakes. All right, so we got this left front caliper on. We went ahead and I just used the old brake pads because the old brake pads were in perfect condition. I didn't put a new brake hose on because, well, that one looks new as well. So we should be good to go here. Everything looks good. Let's go ahead and get in on the right side. Let's get the right one done, and then we can put some fluid in here and see if we have any leaks. So if you look at this caliper here, just like on the left side, it looks pretty good. It looks pretty new. Brand new brake pads. The line here, the hose, I mean, it looks really good as well. No reason to replace it. And I mean, it even still has a sticker on it from when it was new. So I'm just gonna clean this up. We'll put new banjo bolt on there, new washer, put the new caliper on. I think we're gonna go ahead and reuse these brake pads. Nothing wrong with them. No use in wasting good parts. So yeah, everything looks good. So let's go ahead. We'll get this thing on and then get the brakes bled and we'll see if it works. All right, so a few moments ago, I recorded how this brake line was good and the brake pads were good and, you know, not replacing them because they're good. Guys, I can't help myself sometimes. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go ahead and just put the new brake hoses on and the new pads. And then off camera, I'm gonna go over to the other side and I'm gonna do the same thing. It drives me a little bit nuts, but I'm always looking to save money somehow, especially with the projects. All right, so I dug in and I got all the new parts put over on this left side, so it's all brand new. We have all the old stuff over there and it's ready to go in the trash can. So now all we gotta do is get a little bit of brake fluid, stick in the master cylinder, bleed the brakes, and it should be good to go. So I'm gonna do this without a funnel and I'm gonna pour it all over the place. So now I'm gonna try again. There we go, now I got a good pour. I thought it was gonna be slick and then I started pouring it all over the place. Guess what you get to do?
Pump the brakes?
You get to pump the brakes.
Oh,
You can do it by hand though. You good? Go ahead and pump it up. Pump it up. Hold it. All right, let's get the other side. How's it feeling?
Tight, real good.
Hold it. Check the other side. Hold it. Good. We're done.
Nice. How's it feel? Pretty solid.
All right, so brakes are bled. Let's go ahead and get these wheels and tires on, and we can move on to the next thing because there is no leaks. It's good to go. So one of the things that has been really bugging me about the Austin is the fact that there are no door seals. There haven't been door seals on this thing since I've seen it for the first time, like, I don't know, like 2 years ago. So we went ahead, we bought some door seals for it. It's gonna be so good for the door not to sound like this. So after putting the new seal on this right side of the Austin, the door does not seem to want to shut. It has some interference. I couldn't figure out where from, but as it turns out, the bottom of this trim piece is hitting the seal here. This door card should be up higher, about, I'd probably say a half an inch. It looks like somebody might have made this door card and they made it a little too long. And that tells me also that when they made this, there was no door seal on, because otherwise they would have had the same problem. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this panel off. I'm gonna make sure the door shuts right without the panel on. If that works, I'm either gonna reset this door panel or I'm gonna trim it or just do something so it fits right. All right, so we did go ahead and take these over there and we got them all cleaned up. We had to wash them out. I just couldn't get all that dirt and grime, mouse, bird, whatever it was, stuff out of it. We just blowing it with the air hose. So we went ahead, we washed out the insides of these and a whole bunch of stuff came out of them. And then we went ahead and we blew them out as well again. And I looked in there, no corrosion. So we're gonna go ahead, get some stripper on here, get these all stripped and ready for paint.
Looks like some really bad cream of spinach.
I'll give you $100 if you eat it.
Does that include the hospital trip that I made?
No. So we got the ailerons all stripped. We have a couple areas that we have to fix here. There's a little bit of filler here. We have a dent here, and I think there was a dent here where there's some filler, but we'll go ahead, we'll get that filler out of there. I'm gonna go ahead and do a little paintless dent removal on these so we don't have to put any filler in. So this will be completely smooth. I'll get one of my tools in here. I don't know if I'll do that before we prime it or after we prime it, but I'm definitely gonna do that so then we won't have to have any filler in the flight control surface, which I like. I don't like having any filler, especially in control surfaces. And we have a couple little other areas we gotta touch up. So after that's done, we're gonna take it over, we're gonna get it iodined, and then we're gonna get it all primed up and then get it mounted on the 401.
Alright, so today I'm going to be working on getting the wingtips back on the 160 here. But this was all a part for its inspection, and I'm going to go ahead and get it back together. Got two doors that I'd like to get back on. I did paint the jambs on those to make them look nice and fresh. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and see what I can get done. We have our wing tank here, and I'm in the wing tank hole. I'm gonna go ahead and install this, so I can't do this anymore. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Alright, so now I'm going to be installing the front door. I have my pins, clothespin, and a cotter pin. We're going to go ahead and get this door up here and get her installed.
All right, guys, so we got these ailerons all cleaned up. They're all primed. They are all ready to go. We got a little bit of hardware to put in these things, and then we can finally put them on the 401. It's been quite some time since there's been any ailerons on these wings. And these are also where we have the mounts for the tip tanks, which are also the mounts for the ailerons. So hopefully they fit. Hopefully everything didn't move, but we'll find out in a second.
I got the skinny end.
You want that in?
There we go.
Put it in?
Yep.
All right, looks good. So there's actually another rod too. Here, I'll grab the rod actually. So normally this rod goes in underneath. It comes inside here and it hooks up to this bell crank, and that's what actually controls it. But this is the rod that we have to replace the rod end on. So we're gonna do that later when we replace all the rest of the cables and all the control cables and go over the whole system. We're also gonna go ahead and we're gonna order new bearings for either side of this. So we use the original bearings. They're loose, they feel pretty good, but you can kind of feel a little bit of something in them, and we want it correct. So we're gonna go ahead, order those bearings. So when we do the control cables, we're gonna replace those bearings. We're gonna replace these rod ends. We're gonna assemble it all at one time. But good news is that aileron is on. It does need balanced yet as well, but it fits. Good to go? Completely free. No bind anywhere. And it lined right up. So, that's pretty good. I think it might need a little balance though. I don't know if it's supposed to like just do like that. We're gonna replace these bearings over here as well. And we do have the trim adjuster that we sent out. So this trim adjuster is gonna get also installed in here. We have a couple other parts. It's just one more thing that's done. And that's how this thing gets done. It's one piece at a time. It's one challenge at a time, one part at a time. And it's just been a lot. It's been a lot. So Joe got a bunch of stuff done on the 160. Greg got a bunch of stuff done on the autopilot system. We took out a bunch of old components. A whole bunch of the wiring is getting done. And there's even more stuff getting done in there in the background. We can't wait to show you the new panel. The 401 project has come so far. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for being part of Rebuild Rescue. Take care.